Yes. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Please like the video. Please subscribe. It helps me out in the algorithm. Greatly appreciate it. But yeah, this video here is going to be a boxing preview of this weekend's boxing. We've got Ben Whittaker versus Benjamin Gavazi. And we've got Frazer Clarke versus Jeamie TKV. So we're going to start with the Ben Whittaker and Benjamin Gavazi fight in Birmingham. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Ben Whittaker. Big fan of Ben Whittaker still. I know he's a bit like Marmite. Some people like him, some people don't like him. I love the showboating. I love the whole charisma. I love how he boxes and I love the whole thing in it. Obviously, I'm not gonna say I'm fully sold on his boxing skills and how far he's gonna take it or how good he actually is. But so far, I rock with it. Obviously, the whole controversial fight I think it was in Riyadh with Liam Cameron, where Ben fell out of the ring. It's going to be something that's probably going to stick with him or linger on around his career for a while until probably he has a breakout fight. So like a standout fight where maybe like he does something where people are like, all right, cool, let's put to rest all of that. Or maybe when he beats somebody who's a credible name, so we're going to be like, all right, cool, this guy is definitely better than Liam Cameron. So whatever happened with Liam Cameron, maybe that was just his early pro fights type of, everyone gets to have a little one blunder as you're learning in your early career as a pro, innit? So maybe we can just chalk it up to that, innit? But I'm a big fan of him still. I'm a big fan of Ben Whittaker, big fan of Ben Whittaker. I think he's destined for great things if his career is managed correctly. I think the only question with Ben Whittaker is like, what does he want to do in it? Like, what does he want to do? Is he going to chase glory or is he going to chase the bread, innit? He's going to chase the bag. If he wants to chase the bag, I feel like there's a clear route to chase the bag. If he wants to chase glory, then that means we have to really see how good he actually is in terms of his boxing. Do you know what I mean? Because the showboating and all of that like is entertaining and is good, but obviously that's something you can pull off against lower level opposition, innit? But when you're now fighting the guys, so let's say you're in there with Anthony Yard, can you do all of that? Can you do all of that? Can you still be doing all of that with Anthony Yard? Can you still do that? Cause if you're doing all that and Anthony Yard just comes at you with a mad thing, obviously maybe not even Anthony Yard. Let's say Josh Buatsi. Let's say Josh Buatsi, yeah. If you're in there with Joshua Buatsi and Joshua Buatsi's breathing down your neck, yeah, because Joshua Buatsi likes to fight up close, and if you like, he likes to have an actual scrapping, and that's the type of fight he actually likes to have, in it. If you're fighting Joshua Buatsi and like you're doing all of that, I don't know if he's gonna be in there. You know what? I don't think he's gonna do what he done with my man that he fought. That's from Derby. I'm forgetting his name. Sorry, forgetting his name. But I don't think Josh is gonna be on that with Ben Whittaker because certain fights brings out certain different things in different boxes, isn't it? So for example, I know full well Joshua Buatsi or someone like an Anthony Yard or even like a Willie Hutchinson or even like a Ezra Taylor. Even like an Ezra Taylor, bro. Like an Ezra Taylor would not go in there against Ben Whittaker and allow him to be doing all the showboat and all this. Whether it's a thing where they get more physical with him, whether it's a thing where they get a bit dirty with him, whether it's a thing where they just go out and all out aggression. Do you know what I mean? Like let off different combinations. Let man know that yo, I'm not a twat, innit? Like, it's not that thing. You can't come here, be bunking man on the head and this and that, blah, blah, blah. Me, I love to see it, innit? And one thing that's gonna, I think, shut up a lot of critics is if, like, Ben's able to still do the showboat. Even if it's not all the way full on showboating, but still do all of that showman stuff in the ring with the big names. If he can do that, then man can't really say nothing to him. You can't really say nothing to Ben. Do you know what I mean? You can't really say nothing, but obviously there's still a lot to be seen and a lot to be proved in it. So obviously he's coming against a guy called Benjamin Gavazi. Let me have a look at his box rec now, innit? So yeah, Benjamin Gavazi is 30 years old from Germany. He's got 19 wins, 13 by the way of KO. One loss on his record. I just don't know him, innit? I just don't know him. A lot of these fights I'm seeing is in Germany. A lot of the fights he's had I'm seeing is in Germany, what I'm seeing here on his box rec. And whenever I see that, I'm very skeptical in it because I don't know. It's like, I don't know, me personally, whenever I see like a European fight and all your fights are just in your home country, like I don't know in it because a lot of the time we don't know them fighters. We don't know the actual level. Do you know what I mean? Some people, you're padding up your record to look like you're a massive puncher or you're getting people out of there. You've got bare wins, but the people you're fighting are literally people who have like 50 losses, 30 losses, people who are absolutely trash. You're fighting people who they do boxing as a side thing, the day job is probably just like a bin man or something. No offense to bin mans, innit, or whatever, just like, or like a flipping Romanian bus driver or something. Do you know what I mean? That's the people you're fighting, innit? I don't know, innit, but from what I'm seeing on his record here, there's no name on here that I recognize. There's not one name on this Benjamin Gavazi guy's record that I recognize. Not one name. The first name I'm about to recognize is Ben Whittaker. And that might be my ignorance, so I'm not gonna put up to this and that. That might be my ignorance in it and not knowing these fighters. So I'm not gonna say that. But a lot of the people that I'm seeing he's fought, they've all got flipping losing records. I'm just seeing bag of red, losing records, mate. The person he fought last, Branimir Melanesia, I think. He's the only person that had a all-winning record. He had 10 wins on the bounce. But everyone else, I'm just seeing 16 losses. Okay, this guy here's only had 1 loss. 10 losses, 52 losses, 8 losses, 17 losses, 43 losses. Like, yeah, man. Obviously, you will see in it. Saturday, 29th in Birmingham, Ben Whittaker, Benjamin Gavazi. I've got Ben Whittaker a firm favourite. Obviously, it's going to be his first fight under Matchroom, so it's going to be his Matchroom debut. Obviously, we all seen that legendary trailer, or what do you call it, like an intro, like to them announcement video of him signing with Matchroom. I think it's going to be a great pairing, man. Eddie and Ben Whittaker. I think that's a good pairing, man. I feel like it works. The both brands, it works, and it's going to propel Ben even higher than he is right now. Because a lot of what he's got right now has been through just people just buying into the hype in it and this and that. So if you've got someone like Eddie that can be a good spokesperson, a good salesman, a good person who can really shout your name from the rooftops, I feel like Ben, his future looks promising, and I'm a big fan of Ben, innit? So maybe I'm a bit biased, but I'm a big fan of Ben Whittaker still. So yeah, that's gonna be on Saturday, 29th. Let's look at the other fights on the card as well, innit? So on the card as well, we've got Cameron Vaughn versus Gavin Gwynn. I'm looking forward to that because I'm actually, you know what's crazy? The first time I actually ever seen Cameron Vaughn was against Gavin Gwynn, and in that fight, Vaughn actually won. But when I was watching it, I was thinking, yo, this Gavin guy is giving this guy a run for his money. I don't want to say he got a gift. I'm not trying to say that, but I feel like the judges was very lenient towards Cameron Vaughn, because if I remember that fight correctly, cause that's who he's fighting, so this must be the rematch. If I remember that fight correctly, it was a bit controversial because that was let me even check Cameron Vaughn's box rec. Sorry. So yeah, Cameron Vaughn has got 9 fights, 4 by the way of KO, no losses, and he's fighting Gavin Gwynn. Yes, so he fought Gavin Gwynn November the 30th, 2024. I remember watching this fight. Cause I literally remember thinking, nah, this Gwynn guy is putting work on this guy. Cause obviously Cameron's the young. Let me see, how old is Gavin Gwynn? Let me check. Yeah, Gavin Gwynn's he's 35. So Cameron's the young up and coming guy. I mean, up and coming prospect, innit? So when Gavin Gwynn was putting the works on him like that, I could tell he didn't really like it. It wasn't going to plan, going to script, but he still managed to get the win in that fight. But it was definitely controversial. But I like how he didn't rematch him straight away. Got some fights under his belt, built up his confidence again, and obviously going back in. So credit to him for going back in and basically anyone who's got any doubts about him winning or taking the win that night, he can possibly right it wrong, innit? So I rate him for that, commend him for that still. What else have we got? We've got Molly McCann versus Ebony Cotton, women's super bantamweight, and we've got Aaron Bowens versus Tom Cowling. I'm not familiar with Aaron Bowens or Tom Cowling. I'm familiar with Molly McCann. I'm not familiar with Ebony Cottons though, but I'll be sure to watch them 2 fights as well so I can get familiar and know a bit more about it. But I'm sure Molly McCann's the girl that was in the UFC. Is she not? Let me double check. Yeah, Molly McCann, that meatball girl, meatball Molly. She's cool with Paddy Pimblett. I'm sure that's her, innit? I don't really keep up with UFC like that. I just like boxing. I don't really watch UFC like that. I know a few of the names and this and that, and obviously sometimes I catch it and this and that. But I just prefer boxing, me mate. So I'm guessing this is her first couple of fights. Let me double check. Let me check her box rec quickly. Oh, okay, so this is her second pro bout. So she fought in Belfast, this year. When's that? In July? No, in August. She fought in Belfast in August the 13th. And now she's about to fight Ebony Cotton. Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna catch it in it. I'm gonna watch it either way in it. Let's see what she's. I didn't actually watch that fight, so let's see what she's actually what she's offering. Obviously, she's coming from a mixed martial arts background in it, so she must be able to fight in it. So we'll see what's going on with that one, innit? But yeah, that's the card in Birmingham. So let's go over to the card in Derby. Obviously, I'm actually trying to go to one of these. I can't lie. I was just thinking it just now because Derby's literally next to Nottingham, and I think I'm going to be in Nottingham this weekend, innit? So I might actually try to go to the Derby fight. If not, even Birmingham is literally just West Midlands, so it's literally just about like an hour 15 from Notts. So I might try to go to one of them instead of actually just watching it. So I might try to go to one of them. But yeah, in Derby, we've got Frazer Clarke versus Jeamie TKV. And I think this fight is gonna be really good still. Obviously, I'll keep it real. I'll keep it very real. I'm not that high on Frazer Clarke in terms of as a boxer. I've just never really thought he was that good. I've just never really thought it was anything spectacular. I've never thought he's just never impressed me. I've never watched a Frazer Clarke fight and thought like, oh, this guy's hard. Obviously, I know he's got his backgrounds from the Olympics, I believe. I don't know if he won a medal. I can't super remember right now, but I've just never, I don't know. I've just never really been a mad fan of him, innit? Like, obviously, everyone that I watch in terms of like the boxing media and people who are in the industry say like he's a great guy, this and that, like he's proper pleasant guy to be around and whatnot, this and that. So I have no doubt that he is a great guy, but I just don't know about him, man. Obviously, and this is not to do with anything that's happened. It's not to do with the Fabio Wardley fight, him getting knocked out like how he did. It's not even that. It's just me. Whenever I've watched Frazer Clarke, I've just never watched him and felt like, raw, like you could do something, or raw, like you're a sick heavyweight, or yeah, like you could trouble like the top 10 or top 5. Just never really thought that. I've never felt that. Even in the fight against Fabio Wardley, there were so many people picking Frazer Clarke. From the first fight, I picked Fabio Wardley. Second fight, I picked Fabio Wardley. Like I've just never thought. Like, I just think he's just very basic. I think he's very, very basic. I don't think he's that fast. I don't think he's got mad power as well. I don't think he got mad power. I'm sure. Who did he fight last? He must have fought somebody last. Was it? It wasn't FA Jaguar. Who did he fight last? Frazer Clarke fought somebody last. Let me double check. So yeah, no, his last fight was against Ebenezer Tete, and I actually remember this. I actually remember this fight because I'm sure he knocked him out. What round was it? It was quite early on. He knocked him out quite early on, but I wasn't even convinced with a knockdown. I felt like the ref jumped in a bit quick. I'll keep it real. Like, I feel like the ref jumped in a bit quick. It wasn't like a performance where I was thinking, raw, like, yeah, he's back from that Fabio Wardley knockdown and knockout. Like, he's back, yeah. And I watched him and felt like, yo, I didn't even get nothing from this fight. I don't know if he's actually back or not. I don't know if his confidence is there or not. Cause it was like one of them where, if I remember correctly, my man just fell down or something, or just moving mad. I'm sure he knocked him out in the first round, but it wasn't even like a knockout. Like, there wasn't a knockout like that. I'm sure the thing where the ref jumped in. Cause I remember feeling like, I didn't even get nothing from this fight. I didn't even know if Frazer Clarke's actually back, or if he's where his mind's at, if he's like, if he's shaped off the demons from the knockout from Fabio Wardley, if he's able to take a punch, if he's like, if he's afraid to like actually let his shots go, if he's afraid to get hit. I didn't get nothing from the fight. It got stopped way a bit too early, in my opinion, innit? But yeah, I've never been too high on Frazer Clarke. I think he's probably the better boxer in terms of what he's done in his career to Jeamie, but I hear a lot of things about Jeamie's really good in sparring and this and that and blah, 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 but sometimes on the fight night, he doesn't really show it like the true levels of where he's actually at, innit? From what I've watched of Jeamie TKV, I think he does the basics very well. I think he does the fundamentals very, very well. I don't think he's the fastest, but I think he does do the fundamentals very well. I think against David Adelaide, he was showing a good account for himself, innit? I'm sure that one ended very controversial. I think David Adelaide threw a illegal punch or something like that. I'm sure there was even meant to rematch. I'm sure the board ordered them to rematch and it didn't end up happening, innit? But yeah, with this fight, I don't know if I'll pick a win. I don't know who I'd pick to win. I think I'm slightly edging towards Frazer Clarke, even though I can admit that I don't think Frazer Clarke's the best boxer, but I do think he probably will edge Jeamie TKV. I think it's gonna be a good fight though. Either way, I think it will be a good fight. I've seen quite a bit of their build up. It seems like they don't fully like each other like that. I don't know how much of it is just for the cameras or how much of it is just to sell the fight. But it seems like they don't really like each other like that, especially on Jeamie TKV's part. It seems like it doesn't really rock with Frazer Clarke like that. But yeah, hopefully we see some of that spite, some of that rivalry, some of that trash talk they've been doing in the ring, and it actually translates into a good fight, and we actually enjoy the fight. I don't know if that one's gonna go all the way to the end. I feel like someone, in fact, at the same time, it might, man. It might, man. Like, how many knockouts has Frazer got? Okay, he's got 7 knockouts. He's got 7 knockouts. Obviously, the last knockout against Ebenezer Tete, I don't know if that one was a real knockout like that, but yo, it is what, isn't it? So yeah, no, that fight there. Let's see who else is on the card. Who else is on that Frazer Clarke versus Jeamie TKV card? So on the card, we've got Bobby Dalton versus Joe Kaduda. We've got Francesca Hennessy versus Fabiana Bitik. I think that's how you say her name. We've got Bradley Goldsmith versus Jordan Dujon. We've got Jack Macy versus Ivan Gabriel Garcia. We've got John Rose versus Jorge Luis Huerta Balezeza. My guy, say nothing, that's a hard name. We got Scott Melvin versus Harvey Sturton. On this undercard, the only person I can say I'm familiar with is Jack Macy and Francesca Hennessy. I've heard about Francesca Hennessy. I'm sure she's somebody's daughter. Is it Mick Hennessy? Is it Mick Hennessy's daughter? I think Francesca Hennessy. Let me double check. Yeah, her dad is Mick Hennessy. Yeah, Francesca Hennessy, her dad's Mick Hennessy, innit? That's how I know about her. I don't think I've caught any of her actual fights, but I'm familiar with her and aware of her, innit? But yeah, so I'm gonna, depending if I do end up going to these fights, or one of these fights, sorry, I'm still gonna do a video probably when I get back home if I do end up going. But if I don't end up going, I'll probably do a reaction video straight after the fight. So look out for that. I'm probably looking forward to what happens with Ben Whittaker and Benjamin Gavazi the most, because I want to see how Ben performs on his Matchroom debut. If he does perform well, I feel like if he does perform well, probably will get a big fight sooner rather than later. In terms of whether the person's going to be an amazing boxer, I don't know. But in terms of big, whether the person's going to be a name that we can say, all right, cool, we can kind of gauge where he's at, what level he's at a bit more, then yeah, I think we want to get one of them still. So hopefully he does perform. Jeamie TKV, Frazer Clarke, hopefully that's a good fight as well. I've got high hopes for both cards. I really wish the cards was on separate days, but obviously it is what it is now. That's what they chose to do. And is this going to be boxers' first broadcast on the BBC as well? I think it might be. If I'm not mistaken, I think it might be their first broadcast on the BBC. So it'll be good to see how that actually all looks. Like, what's the feel? What's the setup? How does it look on the BBC now, innit? But yeah, that's the fights this weekend. If you're looking forward to any of them, make sure you let me know in the comments. If you've got anything to say about anything I've said in this video, let me know in the comments. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Honestly, it really helps me out in the algorithm. Greatly appreciate it. Love.